have so many. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, hey, here we go. We're live. This is Breakroom Bullshit, and I am Gable.
I'm Dave.
And we are going to cover the AEW rally, the big AEW rally.
And all other news going on that's vital.
Yeah, because we're just a bunch of dumb marks who don't like the WWE, so we don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Since we like New Japan and we don't like WWE, that just makes us marks that like New Japan because we like it.
Yeah.
So we're marks.
Whatever. I don't care. I'm sorry. I like it whenever like it's like fucking written well and there's a good story.
Yeah, sorry for liking good wrestling. We apologize. We want to start off by apologizing for liking good wrestling.
Maybe we should like just suck WWE's cock and suck EA Sports cock, and then what are some other Nike? We'll just suck Nike's cock.
WWE is very much like Christianity.
In what way?
WWE is something where you're like, hey, you realize that like this is why this is bad. I'm not saying Christianity is bad.
No.
This is why this is bad, because they did this and this and this. And then they're like, well, nah, because it's good. I'm like, well, then how come? Counterpoint my as to why it's bad. And they can't, but it's just good because it's WWE. Christianity, well, how come it can be real? What about this? Well, it just is because of this. They just believe it. It just is.
Yeah.
They don't really have to back it up. They just do. At least Christianity causes some good in the world.
Yeah.
WWE does nothing good.
Yeah, you can tell that Dave is an atheist.
No, I'm not.
No, you're agnostic.
I'm agnostic. I'm a
It's
pussy.
It's the pussy version.
I'm a pussy atheist.
Oh boy, I can't wait till our sponsors hear this.
Whenever I'm at the gates and Jesus is like, I don't think you're allowed in. I'm like, but hold up. And I show my agnostic card and he's like, you're still not allowed in. I'm like, fuck. Fucked up. Whatever.
Dude, what the fuck was it? You know, it's always been really weird to me. I thought about it whenever I said Nike's name. How willing people are to promote a company that like makes a lot of money. Like people will spend a shit ton of money for a Nike shirt, and all it says is fucking Nike on it. It doesn't say what you like. It just says a company's name on it. So that then other people are like, hey, that's a nice shirt. I'm going to go buy a Nike shirt. So all you're doing is paying extra money to promote a fucking company.
I mean, is their product really that much better than non-Nike?
No.
So yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
It really doesn't.
I mean, there is other stuff that's not Nike that sucks, but I'm not saying everything that's not Nike, like...
But there's probably also other things that aren't Nike that are just as good as Nike, but someone's
Yeah.
going to choose Nike because it has a Nike logo on it.
Yeah, and people are just paying extra money to walk around and be fucking billboards.
Remember when we used to be blind and we watched WWE, and then our eyes opened up and realized there was something better, and we started watching that? We sound like a bunch of New Japan marks and only like it because it's cool to like it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that are cool...
I was thinking of canceling my ROH subscription.
Why?
Because like, what do I get out of it?
Nothing.
Not really. I get Fight TV for free.
You get house shows.
And I I guess
That's what you get out of it. All you get is house shows.
that's it. Is it worth the subscription?
No, it's only worth the subscription, I think, for
If you do the full one.
If you do the full year, which is the same price, but just all at once.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I guess I could do that now that I have a credit card. I could buy it and then pay it off over a few months.
I mean, it depends on what your interest is like.
It's 26%.
That's probably really bad.
It's really high.
Yeah.
So if what's it, $110? I would get charged like $30 if I don't pay anything within a month. So if I pay a majority of it off at first, and then I can just pay the rest off the next month.
I don't think that's how that works. I think that's an annual percentage rate, which is an APR. That's a year, not a month.
I don't understand how any of it works then.
Like if I have $1,000 on my credit card and my APR is 26%, I'm not going to be paying like $260 in interest for 1 month. I don't think.
Maybe say $100.
Maybe yours is just really, really, really bad, so that is right.
Yeah.
Remind me to look into this. I'll find out what
mine is. Really bad, though.
Remind me to look into this later.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about something
hey,
cool.
Welcome to a wrestling podcast.
Yeah, this is our wrestling podcast where we discuss finance and credit cards.
And religion, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, that didn't really reflect our religious beliefs, just our I don't know.
It was just an analogy for WWE.
A general observation. Yeah.
Of generality.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to cover is the AEW rally from Jacksonville. So what we're going to do What we're gonna do, dude? What an old person. I don't mean. I kind of sound mean saying like calling my mom old, but she's my mom.
No,
she's
I know
old.
what you mean. It's like a elderly person thing to say. I'm guessing.
Dude, this is the epitome. Okay,
Is this funny?
dude. So she's asking about this thing for Galaxy Quest that isn't on the Blu-ray, and she's like, "It's got to be somewhere where I can watch this little behind-the-scene feature." I was like, "It's on the internet, probably somewhere like YouTube." Her response: "I have heard of YouTube, but I don't know what it is."
Oh,
It's
dude,
so cute.
I want to meet your mom. Your mom sounds great. No.
I love her, and I think she's great. Other people get very easily frustrated with her, which makes me mad.
Well, I think I'm in, I think with all the stories you told me, I'm kind of in on it. So like, I don't think I'd be as frustrated if I met her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. AE Dub.
AE Dub.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go over all the major points from the rally.
Let's fucking do it.
And then we're going to go over just some other random points and some other random points as well. So,
Okay,
first thing we get from the rally is that Billy Gunn is the first producer officially with AEW.
Yeah, I did not watch the Billy Gunn era at all. I did not. He was like 80s and 90s, right?
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't mean much.
No.
I mean, the producers are just the guys that work with the wrestlers to put their matches together.
Yeah.
So as long as he's good at being an in-ring matchmaker guy.
Sure. Has he worked anywhere else as a producer?
I think he might have been in NXT.
Yeah.
Maybe. I know he got fired from WWE because he failed some fucking drug test for some small amount of something stupid. That was really dumb. But, all right, next up we got SCU appeared at the beginning. They have signed with AEW. That was one we kind of already heard right before.
Yeah, I mean, we all saw that one coming as well.
it was
With them
very
being the
obvious.
cast of being the elite and also taking that final bow a few weeks ago on ROH.
Yeah, that one was pretty obvious. A cool one. The Young Bucks announced a partnership with CIMA, CIMA, and the Good Hearts from OWE in China. Myself and Gable don't know much about them, but they basically describe them as like having a style that's similar to like a Circus du Soleil, what's it called?
Cirque du Soleil.
Cirque du Soleil type thing with a mixture of that, Kung Fu, and like Luchador.
Yeah.
So, or Lucha Libre.
That sounds pretty cool.
It sounded pretty sweet.
Now this SEMA guy, like, can you see him or no? Like, you can't see him?
You can't see him. Probably. Seaman. Ooh, Seaman. Alvarez and Meltzer and those guys were talking about how if you haven't seen these guys, they're really amazing. So it's definitely something I'm looking forward to with AEW, that's for sure.
Sweet. So yeah, we'll definitely be getting exposed to some new stuff there, and as will all the other ROH fans and JPW fans.
Next up, probably the big announcement they had for the show. Well, not really. There's one bigger one at the end. But Double or Nothing All In 2 was announced for May 25th, which is Memorial Day weekend, at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. And I probably won't be going, unfortunately. I wanted to go to this, but due to people requesting off at work and things going on, I probably won't be able to go to this one, which makes me very upset. Very, very upset. I wanted to go to every All In, and I would have gone to this one, but there's issues. And the highlight.
You went to the first one. That one's like really important. And
that's true.
Are you going? You're not going to All In. All In 2 is the one you're not going to. All In 3 is up in the air at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully I'll go to that one.
Yeah.
The best thing about this was that when we were at the ROH show, Cody told me it would be in Vegas, and I got super excited. And then Gable and Tito were both like, "It might not be though." And then I got sad. But he didn't lie to me. He told the truth.
Yeah.
Dude, Cody, it really is, honest to God, bad at keeping secrets. Remember when we were there? Matt was like, yeah, Cody just likes to tell people everything, though. He's not good at keeping secrets. He really did.
He really did tell you the answer. Well, that's the thing,
this
though.
was
like
2 months before they announced it.
He's probably able to, just keep telling people that, and, no one believes him because it's fucking the elite.
He even, kind of whispered, he's like, Vegas. I was like, dude, it's just so funny. But that's such a cool little thing. Dude, Cody just told one of his fans 2 months in advance where All In 2 was going to be just because he could and he likes his fans. That just kind of speaks to, how, good of a cool guy he is.
Yeah.
That, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. What a cool guy.
He's a cool dude. I like Cody. Cody and these buck fellas.
These bucks.
Brandy, who is the chief brand officer, says there will be equal pay for female wrestlers.
Yeah.
No sliding scale. To clarify what this basically means, this does not mean that if Kenny Omega signs, Kenny Omega and Britt Baker will make the same amount of money.
Yeah.
Basically what this means is that based on your place on the card, you're going to make that money. So, for example, if you have a Joey Janela is a mid-card wrestler and Britt Baker are mid-card wrestlers, they're both going to make $100,000 as opposed to one making $100,000 and one making $50,000.
Yeah.
It's basically they're getting paid by their place on the card and not their gender will not be factored in.
I want to assume that this is definitely going to not, because a lot of people are like trying to rationalize this as like, yeah, this is what WWE already does. It's
not
just,
even remotely.
It's just they're just not as big as draws, and it's like, okay, but I mean, if your fucking your top tier person is Becky Lynch and Charlotte, are Becky Lynch and Charlotte getting paid as much as Brock Lesnar? No.
Correct.
Brock Lesnar makes as much as 20 fucking Charlotte Flairs.
Yep. Okay, let me ask you this: if they're not such a draw, then how come they main evented TLC? How come they main evented Hell in the Cell?
How come they got their own fucking pay-per-view?
Yep. The women's Royal Rumble main evented it last year, and I understand like people will say, well, that's just because it was the first time they want to make it a big deal.
Yeah.
Dude, Becky Lynch is just as popular as any male, if not more so, right now.
Dude, Becky Lynch is over the moon and
Yep.
back.
She
It's
is
insane.
She is way more over than probably any other wrestler on the whole roster, and she is a woman.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, only time's going to tell what they're actually going to do. But, I mean, they're making a huge deal out of it. I mean, to the point where they're, like... I mean, like, Brandy, like, spoke about, like, it was super special. So I'm going to imagine it's not going to be the exact same as WWE. And your dudes who are up there, like, with... like say Madison Rain gets signed, and she's like the main eventer for the women's division.
She's gonna make main event money.
She's gonna be making money like Pac in
Yep.
theory.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Britt Baker appeared and is signed. That one we knew before. We didn't discuss that though. We didn't know any of the signings whenever we had our first podcast about this. But Britt Baker signed. She was there. MJF comes out cutting a hilarious promo on Conrad, so he is with AEW as well.
What do you call him? Turkey tits?
Yeah, dude, he was really funny.
He was on a roll with some insults.
I was loving it.
Although he recycled some of the insults on the Jaguars mascot.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
That was whenever Joey Janela came out with Penelope Ford, right?
Dude, yes.
And then he hit MJF with his crutch.
Yes.
So it looks like it's going to be them two at All In 2 fighting.
Yeah. Do you want to bring up the Joey Janela spring break thing now, or did you get that?
What?
The spring break and Jericho Cruise announcement that Cody said on Twitter?
I did not.
Cody said it was in the same statement, or at least the same tweet, or I don't know, something. I read it on Reddit. It was a direct quote from Cody from some media, but he said. At first, he said that if wrestlers get injured, they're going to be covered.
Oh yeah, we got that in here. We'll go over
But in the same statement, he also said that Joey Janela and Chris Jericho, Joey Janela will still be able to have his spring break event, and Chris Jericho will still be able to have his Chris Jericho cruises. So, I mean, that's something there. I mean,
well, yeah, they're not keeping them like exclusive,
restricted.
So, like, yeah.
Although I heard they are giving out exclusive contracts though, so I'm not sure exactly what that means. Does that mean the event will be
these might
sponsored by, or?
Well, I mean, the Joey Janela spring break was already booked and ready to go. That's already like happening. That's WrestleMania weekend. They already announced it.
Oh,
and they have people there and everything. So that's that. I mean, another Jericho cruise.
I don't think that was announced.
That hasn't been announced at all.
So
I know he said he wants to do a second one.
I would imagine based off how the statement sounded, and this is just my guess. I mean, you're probably going to tell me I'm wrong because you normally do.
Yeah.
But could they not just use those events as potential AEW events going forward, and just have like a different wrestler taking like kind of hosting events?
I think what they would do is I think that they could do something where it's still, the Jericho Cruise and it's still Joey Janela's Spring Break, but it could be like brought to you by AEW type deal.
Yeah.
Where there's a lot of AEW guys on it and they maybe they help do it and promote it and everything.
You don't think that they're going to use these as like pay-per-views going forward?
I don't think so.
They're quotation pay-per-views.
The Jericho Cruise, I'd say not.
Yeah.
I mean, ROH put part of the Jericho Cruise on their network. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, I think it would be something where AEW is doing it with Jericho. I don't think it would be like, AEW's Cruise or AEW's that type of thing, you know what I mean? Or AEW's Spring Break. But, yeah. All right, the second AEW show will be in Jacksonville. There is no date or venue yet for that. And then we have the last new signee comes out, and it is Chris Jericho, which was really cool. I deleted the Pac one. I have Pac on here, too. But yeah, but the
Cool.
Jericho, we'll talk about that in a sec. But Jericho came out, which was really shocking. They saved the best for last, which was very smart on their part. The other one was Hangman Page came out to cut a promo, and Pac came out. We really popped hard for Pac, man. I remember when he came out, we were just like, "Oh shit!" It was really surprising. So that was really cool. Yeah, right there.
I mean, Ashley's blowing me up here.
No, we can pause in a second.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not. We'll get there. They just look like little, like, funny pictures he's sending.
So Pac came out and he basically said that Page sucks. So it looks like they're setting up a program for them to as well at All In 2. I'm assuming any time they had any of these people like this at the rally, kind of like cutting promos on each other, they're just setting up matches for them for All In 2, which makes sense.
I'm surprised there aren't more people. Like, I didn't see anyone bitching about Hangman just throwing himself into a title match, because a lot of people were bitching, like, when this got announced, like, oh, here goes the Elite booking themselves to win all the titles. And I'm like, I mean, maybe, but I don't think that's what they're going to do here. I think they're going to want to get a lot of independent talent recognition.
I don't think Cody's winning a world title anytime soon at all in the promotion.
I mean, the Bucks maybe, but I don't know.
I mean, Page should be winning the world title. He's been, like, coming up. He's, like, any other promotion, if he stayed in New Japan or ROH, if they were smart, in the next year he probably could be potentially a world champion. Definitely in ROH.
I think Page could get a world title, but I think that if this match happens how they're setting it up to happen, I think Pac's winning it, just because he's an ex-WWE guy, gets a lot of attention on them. Would that not put more prestige on the belt?
It would,
having
but
an ex-WWE guy.
I don't think they're going to have a match for the title. I think they're just going to have a match at All In 2.
And that will determine who goes?
Well, I think there's talk of there being like a tournament for their first champ, so
okay,
I see that happening.
So that wasn't an announced title match then?
No.
It's just, okay. I got you then.
Yeah, they didn't even really announce this being a match. I just think they're kind of using this because they don't really have a platform to build. Where are they going to promote their All In 2 matches?
Yeah.
They don't have TV. They'll have to do it on Being the Elite, basically. So, I mean, they're going to have to do it on social media and stuff, so I think they were kind of using this as an opportunity to set up a couple of them, which is smart.
You think when All In 2 comes around, we're seeing the belts out, though?
I don't know. I don't think.
You don't think we're seeing belts yet?
No.
Or maybe at least promised opportunity and a WWE likes that word, opportunity at
maybe
a title.
Maybe they'll announce something, but dude, I don't think we're getting TV till like closer to the end of the year, dude.
Well, I don't think we're going to get TV either, but I mean, we can get the belts before the TV goes on air.
Yeah, but I mean, I agree, but
it puts more significance on some of the matches.
Yeah, but you don't need to do it too early. That's in May.
Maybe All In 3 gets it then.
Maybe
these are working. Well, I guess we can start calling it Double or Nothing. We don't have to call All In 2.
Yeah, Double or Nothing.
So these All In 2 is just it's been in our head as that for a while.
All In 2. So that's pretty much all for the rally. Connected right onto the rally though was how about some fans being turned away from SmackDown for wearing AEW shirts?
Yeah, I mean
that's some petty childish bullshit, but whatever.
That was supposedly a rumor, but there was the two things that I saw confirming it was that video of
the guy saying they were being turned away and they stopped doing it.
And they turned it around, yeah. And then the other one was a tweet from Pro Wrestling Tees. Someone tweeted out saying that they allegedly were turning people away. It was like an article that went up on one of the news sources, and Pro Wrestling Tees chimed in that it was not allegedly.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're aware. Yeah. It was, I mean, whatever. They were fucking defending this shit on Wrestling Observer, and it was annoying me.
What would they have to say?
Well, they're just basically like, it's just like any other, like, it's their company, and if it's a dress code, they're allowed to, like, back it. Like, it's just like if you go to, like, a club or something, or, like, a game where they don't want you wearing, like, certain things, like, you have to follow it. And the one dude was talking about, like, how there's this one, like, judo thing where you only can wear certain, like, gis there for the certain, like, judo place. Mm-hmm. You can't wear it from other ones. I'm like, I mean, kinda, but, like, that's like saying if you go to, like, a Steelers game, if you wear a Cleveland jersey, you're not allowed to go in.
Yeah.
That's not how it fucking works.
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I've definitely seen people customize jerseys to say, like, dirty things, and they've worn them to the fucking field before. No one said anything. And that's a family fucking environment. So I don't.
I mean, you're allowed to wear other teams like jerseys at sporting events, right?
Yeah.
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 How's this any different?
I mean, the only thing I think of is that the NFL doesn't actually care because it promotes fucking jersey sales anyway. But
Yeah, I don't know. That seems really dumb to me. But so here, I don't know if some of these I don't know if you heard, but so Dash Wilder from the Revival,
Dash and Dawson.
yeah, he applied to trademark hashtag FTR for wrestling purposes.
Jesus, I think this is confirmed then.
Yeah,
In my brain, I think this is confirmed.
I'm surprised that like the Elite didn't like trademark FTR. They should have because it was becoming a big thing on their show.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I bet we end up seeing. Man, I just end the fuck out there. I bet we end up seeing some FT. Dude, if they start using FTR on being the Elite, then I mean that confirms it right there, doesn't it?
Dude, yeah, I'd say so. I mean, it can't be. I don't know. I like how they start getting a push right whenever like this happens. Like,
Well, it's
WWE's
because-
pushing them now to keep them happy
Dude,
so they don't leave.
WWE's doing it to a lot
Yeah.
of people. Like whenever Zack Ryder said that thing that made that joke about not going up, that's when he got fucking put on the next week.
Finn Balor is getting a push now.
Finn Balor's getting a
What a
push now.
coincidence.
Dude, everyone's getting a push now because they want to do this whole well we're also doing it for the fans too type thing.
Yep.
And then they also want to keep the wrestlers happy, obviously.
And the wrestlers, if you're so stupid to think that like they're going to always push you, that's not true. They're just doing it to keep you there.
Yeah, I would.
The only reason they're pushing you is to hurt another company, and that is it.
Yeah. I mean, dude, every podcast I've listened to, every article I read, it mentions how WWE just does like petty ass shit just because they can.
Yeah.
So I mean, it shouldn't be a secret.
Yep. Kenny Omega said he is leaving in New Japan and will either be going to WWE or AEW. Meltzer said he has heard WWE did not get him, so it looks like he will be going to AEW, which was really made me happy to hear that. I'm like, the more it leans toward it sounds like AEW, the happier I get because I do not want to see him in WWE at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Well, it's definitely not going to happen at the Rumble. Isn't the Rumble this month?
Yeah, he's till the end of January. Yeah. So, it looked as of this last weekend that New Japan will be working with ROH and not AEW. However, this was reported like Saturday or Sunday. However, as of Monday or Tuesday, it seems like it's more like New Japan. The door is opening a little. New Japan may be willing to work with AEW after all, especially since they want Omega and Jericho. Jericho it's already been confirmed that Jericho can work both, but they're definitely going to want Omega. So I think that what's going to happen is after the Garden show, because they can't do anything without ROH after the Garden. They obviously work on ROH with the Garden. I think after the Garden, they're going to get into talks with AEW to work with them. Do you think that New Japan will work with ROH, continue to work with them and AEW, or it's going to be one or the other? It's so hard to say.
Dude, I think everyone's going to be working like...
I think they should.
I think everyone's going to be working the other... I think any discussion of... or anything we hear that makes it sound... This is like tinfoil conspiracy theory Gable here. I think
it's the best kind of Gable.
Yeah. Any discussion or any apparent heat between companies, I think is all just to simulate that territorial type battling or whatever.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like the what if their goal, what if their whole change the world goal is not just to make their company successful, but to make all these other smaller companies big? Like so
that would be great.
Yeah.
I mean, they want to work with. It seems like they want to work with everyone. The issue with ROH and AEW not working with ROH is that because they're talking about Wrestling Observer, ROH is direct competition with AEW, and they're not wrong. Mm-hmm. They're both going to be U.S. based. They're both going to have be on TV. They're both going to they are going to be direct competition. But what I don't understand is and they can't. No one has explained this to me. I get it, you're direct to competition. I get that you're going to be bidding against each other for contracts. I get that. But why can't you separate the contract bidding competition after that to not being in competition with what I'm trying to say is why can't you work together after that? Why can't you have an understanding? It's like, I get that we're against each other and like bidding on people, all right? But once we get that person, we outbid them.
Separate it.
Why do you got to be babies about him? Like, well, you got him, you got MJF. I don't want to work with you now.
Yeah.
Why can't you be like, all right, good on you. You got MJF. That's cool. And then continue to work together to help each other out.
Like respectful, be like, just respectful competition.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, you guys got him. Good, cool, good for you.
You got him. All right. That doesn't mean
maybe we'll get the next guy.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean we can't still like help each other out and give each other people. I don't understand why not. I get your direct competition, but like WWE is the only company I see that is like just fucking stubborn and stupid about it.
Yeah, I mean, if these companies are working together, then they can all kind of pull in like a crowd and just like draw more attention to more wrestlers overall. Dude,
I mean, there's people
insane.
There's people that like get signed to New Japan. There's people get signed to ROH. They work together. I get that New Japan isn't in the U.S. They're not direct competition, but like, how can it do anything but help? I don't understand. I don't see why they can't. I really don't. I don't get it. Even though they're direct competition, I don't see why they can't just like still work together. Because like, it's not like if ROH lets Jay Lethal fight on an AEW show, okay? What's that going to do? It's going to get ROH people to watch an AEW show. Do you think they're just going to abandon ROH now because of that? No.
Yeah.
They're not going to just abandon ROH.
Yeah,
yeah, that's the end of it. And then AEW people are going to ROH. So it's going to be the exact same thing. You're not going to lose all your people to AEW. You're both getting people back and forth. It's fucking mutual.
Yeah.
How's it going to hurt one?
Yeah, so say like Chris Jericho shows up on Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
People tune in to Ring of Honor, see some other talent they like, and then it's not like the people who like Chris Jericho who tuned in to Ring of Honor aren't going to keep fucking tuning into AEW to watch Chris Jericho.
And then Jay Lethal shows up on AEW, and then people go watch that.
I see what you're saying.
I don't
definitely
understand.
see it.
I don't understand. I really don't. Another thing relating to that is Impact has come. The president of Impact Wrestling has come out and said that they are more than happy to work with AEW.
Yeah,
they're like, we'll do it.
They said something that sounded that it could have come off a little douchey, but I can't remember what it was. I read it. I'm like, okay, that's kind of a low blow. Not a low blow, but like a little bit of a backhanded compliment there. I can't remember what it was. Whatever.
Let's see.
We're using your phone for the notes here, so
around 30 we'll save. All right, so Cody said he cannot get specific, but he did say that anyone that gets hurt in an AEW ring will be 100% taken care of by AEW. I think, WWE does that, but I think a step up from that, I think that they're just going to go full out, just full healthcare coverage like other normal jobs do.
I'm pretty sure Khan said they were trying to iron out a healthcare plan.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, Google that shit. Let's see if you can pull that up right now. We have breaking news.
Keep doing the noise.
You're on Google.
I know. I'm googling Google to make sure I get the exact right one I need.
Con health care.
Okay, I should probably put AEW in there somewhere.
Yeah.
What's QEW?
QEW. That's like ARW.
I'm having trouble. There we go.
There we go.
On in front, and this is from an hour ago.
Dude, I heard something. Right. I heard something last night about it.
That can't be right.
This is from the X-Pac fucking thing that just went up. I just saw that go up because I heard earlier today they announced Tony Khan was appearing on there.
The independent contractors have full-time office jobs, similar benefits. This for nothing about it there. It doesn't really say anything about it. It just says they asked him about healthcare, and he said that their normal full-time employees will get it, but WWE does that.
How about this? Let's take a break here. We'll save, and then if I find it, then I find it. If not, then I guess we'll suck each other's cocks for the next 30 minutes. All right. Oh, I hit record by accident.
Oh shit!
Set that down.
So we did find some information about Khan mentioning healthcare. You saw a quote where he said they'd hope to iron out the details of healthcare soon.
It was a quote quoting him. It was Pro Wrestling Sheet quoting him.
There's a couple other quotes from him. One mentioned about wrestlers being able to have more than just one job, maybe jobs backstage too, which would entitle them to healthcare coverage. another quote where he talked about just different type of packages, a company package and a healthcare package that could be available. So he's talking very vague right now, but I think Gable would agree too that I think that their goal is probably to just offer full health coverage for everyone, including wrestlers. I really do. I think that's something they want to do.
Dude, imagine in a perfect world. Like, don't get me wrong. I hope, like, if WWE became good, that's a win too. But imagine another scenario, like okay, look at it this way. Like, there's that like guy who's a douchebag, like a guy, a huge douchebag. He's a dick to everyone.
Gable.
Now he could either A, like turn into a nice guy and you'd be like, oh cool, he turned around, he turned himself around, or B, he could trip
die.
and something bad can happen to him.
Die.
And you'd be like, yeah, justice served.
He's dead.
So choice A, WWE goes to being good and it stops sucking.
Or choice B, they got out of business.
Or choice B, like not just AEW, but like just like wrestling around them evolves to a point to be above WWE.
Yeah, I don't want WWE to ever go out of business if they don't suck. I mean, wrestlers make money there.
Yeah. No, but I mean, obviously one of those two things would be great to see.
I want AEW to be great, and I want all the other promotions to elevate.
Now, if both of those things happen, then that would be bad.
I want Vince to die. Vince McMahon, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame because, actually, he's probably done some bad shit.
I'm sure.
He's probably done some bad shit. You don't get that high up without doing some bad shit to
the Young Bucks say, you ready
change
for this?
The world.
That being the elite will continue, obviously. Hopefully it will still be weekly for the time being, but that might be tough since they're going to be on the road. They're not going to be on the road for now, so it may be more documentary-like for the time being. They said they'll just have to get creative and they can figure it out, but they said if they can't do it weekly, the fans will have to be a little patient, but it's not going away anytime soon. So that may go to a non-weekly thing because they're just not going to be doing as much, but we'll see. Now, we are going to go over the Reddit post that you sent me because there was a lot of stuff on there.
Oh, is that the one that had all the predictions? Well, not predictions, the guys' inside stories. Because if this stuff turns out to be right, because I haven't revisited it since, but if it turns out to be right, then I am probably going to be following this guy more often.
Yeah. He has a lot to say, so let's just kind of get through a lot of this. He says that Marty...
Wait, you can put the guy's username on there. This is on
Reddit.
Reddit.
Drama79, right?
User, Drama79.
I did it. I'm good at this. I'm good at
And
the
he
internet.
posted this on what subreddit? r²circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says that Marty Scurll will be going to AEW when his contract is up. Mm-hmm. He mentioned that there wouldn't be any type of TV deal announced at the rally, which he is correct about. But he did say that there are further live shows that are already booked in place for May and September currently. He says that TV has been locked in for a while, contrary to Meltzer's reports. Turner attempted to lowball them, and they wanted part ownership. Then the hype train got rolling, and the team started to talk to other networks, including some really out there ones. So then Turner kind of caved, and here we are. The contracts are being finalized.
So in theory, they're going to either TNT or TBS.
Or TBS in theory. Well, according to him, it's TNT.
Well, with this whole NBA thing.
Well, let me read this one first.
Okay.
They say that the shows will be Tuesdays live in either an hour or 90 minutes. That's being thrashed out, and it will air on TNT, hence their name, that Tuesday Night Dynamite.
Yeah, I don't have all the comments pulled up in front of me, but I remember someone mentioning something about NBA having Tuesday nights.
NBA, I think.
So what? They have a show before NBA then?
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I mean, why doesn't the NBA just move?
Well, I mean, it's the NBA.
Yeah, I guess
You're an
so.
asshole. There's this new wrestling promotion that's just starting up. Hey, NBA, you haven't been here very long. Go away.
No, I mean, what's if they are going to TNT? I think the only two real options are either go earlier in the night or go on a different day.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they can't move NBA.
They can't use Tuesday Night Dynamite on Wednesday, so they might have to change the name.
Yeah, I mean, they aren't. I mean, they aren't required to use the name. They just filed the trademark for it. But
the TV deal is for 3 years and worth high 8 figures. This does not include Turner covering all their TV production costs. This means AEW can spend some serious money on a roster. All the contract offers are currently for 3 years, which I don't think that's true. I think that the Bucks and Cody were 5, but With escalating dates, as the intention is to build in live touring, do a lot more live touring in the years 2 and 3 of the promotion.
Maybe they mean contracts like non-elite members.
Could be.
Yeah.
A decent number of WWE talent have reached out to AEW to express how unhappy they are with their current deals and to see what's out there. This includes some current big deal NXT names. Please be Adam Cole, but probably not.
Adam Cole, Ricochet, I'd love to see.
That'd be great. And at least one main roster main eventer. The NXT guys are people who see their future in the mid card or on a lesser brand. They think there's something better out there. Some of the top or some of the mid card names who feel they could be better elsewhere: Anderson and Gallows, Gable, etc.
This is definitely heavily shaping up to be a WCW situation.
It really is.
Dude, someone, what the fuck did they say? No, never mind. I'll bring it up later if I remember.
A lot of the obvious, but I don't know if we need to even look at this. No.
They said someone said just because they have a billionaire millionaire backing them doesn't mean they'll be successful. Just look at WCW, and I was like, well, WCW was successful.
They were successful.
They just did
for
stupid
like
shit and ran themselves into the ground.
Exactly what happened. They got successful and they didn't plan ahead.
Yeah,
that's what fucked them.
Yeah,
it seems like AEW's already planning ahead a lot. AEW will be the first promotion to offer health insurance to its performers. So these are all the things he said. A lot of this sounds really fucking awesome, and I hope it's all true.
Yeah,
I hope it is all true. Now let's talk about some points from a WrestleZone article I read. Some information that they provided as well.
So we cover multiple news outlets here. That's what we do here.
Yeah. None of it is ours. We take from other people.
I mean, if we had the money to fly out there,
I'd be like, hey, I have an interview for you. Can I interview you, Cody? Ask you some questions.
We're just two guys who just
small town girls living in
apartments,
podcast world.
Yeah, nothing. No journalism going on here.
Not even at all. We have no journalistic integrity at all.
We're just fans. That's all we really are.
This was from a WrestleZone article. I can't remember who the source was. I think it was Jihad Khan or something.
We're like a garage band podcast. Or garage band. A garage podcast.
Except better.
Yeah. Isn't we're like those big podcasters started out? Like just doing shows in their garage?
Yeah, keep living the dream that we'll get big someday, Gabe.
Fucking, what's his name? Joe Rogan? Dude, we're going to be sitting down with fucking Sting in 20 years.
Like
doing an interview.
The musician or the wrestler?
Both.
At the same time.
Yes. Oh my God. Have they ever met?
I don't think either one's going to be alive in 20 years.
Oh, that's a shame.
So Tony Khan fronted $100 million for the launch of the company. That's a lot of money. Khan also is helping to facilitate the TNT TBS deal. He's a billionaire with connections, so I'm sure that's helping. Jim Ross will be involved heavily in a backstage role as a commentator. His deal with WWE is up the first quarter of this year.
Yeah, I definitely think Jim Ross is going to end up being there. They just can't announce anything until contracts run out.
They asked him about it. He was denying everything, just like Jericho did, but whatever.
Yeah.
AEW will go hard for talent that includes wrestling legends and the current crop of top-name performers. A name that was brought up was Goldberg, who started following AEW on Twitter, and he apparently is very selective with who he follows.
Yeah, if you're anyone who's been following this shit at all, you know Goldberg's name's been thrown out there a lot.
Plus, his agent is Barry Bloom, who represents tons of wrestlers, including Jericho, and was already rumored to be involved with AEW. Barry Bloom, that is. Once the company's legally able to, they will make a run at WWE employees who are not necessarily wrestling talent, but ones in roles to help with the inner workings of the promotion to get a good solid foundation.
I hope they get that one guy.
I hate you, Kevin Dunn sucks.
Yeah, Kevin Dunn.
Kevin Dunn sucks.
Dude, I hope they get him and then just have him do nothing. It's just like, yeah, we're just gonna pay you, but like we just want to pay you not to be a part of WWE.
Dude, I'm like, all right, when do you want to do the show? And they'll have a second director that does the opposite of everything he says to do.
Like it's just like a guy, like an interpreter, and he's like, "Why the fuck's this guy keep shouting things the opposite of me?" And everyone's writing down the stuff that guy says and not Kevin Dunn, and they're ignoring Kevin Dunn.
He's speaking in non-WWE. He's speaking in good terms, good wrestling terminology. There we go. All right, the source from this one is random Twitter guy. Okay, so this random Twitter guy that apparently says he talked to someone at OWE, so he has some inside OWE information.
Mm-hmm.
This is some of the You were talking about this earlier.
Take this. I think it's needless to say you should take this with a grain of salt.
I could say these things, but expect PWG, Wrestle One, and AAA all to join AEW. AEW wrestlers are expected to wrestle at OWE events, and the TNT TBS show will most likely be a tape show and not prime time. So that kind of conflicts with the first guy. So he said it would be live. So obviously there's going to be conflicting reports. There's going to be people spreading rumors and stuff. So I kind of did these in the order of people that seem somewhat like, I don't want to say legit, but they seem somewhat more
reputable.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was looking for, reputable. Because that first guy, some of the things he said already came true at the rally. The second one is a WrestleZone article. This is a site that's reporting news forever. The third guy is just a Twitter guy. So, but I mean, a lot of it seems like it could be real. A lot of it seems like it could be legit. Some of it's already happened. So,
are we putting Twitter guy's name out there? Or
no, I didn't write it down, so he's not getting his name put out
Sorry.
there. Sorry, Twitter guy.
I'm sure you guys can Google this.
If they could definitely
just
find
type in Twitter PWGOWE
and it will come up, I'm sure. Okay, so frankly, if AEW gets the TNT or TBS deal, like kind of going back to working together. Okay, think about this. New Japan is on Access TV in America. ROH is on something somewhere.
WGN.
Yeah, WGN.
Is that it?
So how could they not be idiots to not work with them? Think of the amount of exposure you get from going to Access and WGN to fucking TNT or TBS, having your guys on there. You'd be idiotic to not want to work with them. The exposure your company's going to get is so much bigger than what you have.
Yeah, I not only the company, the wrestling company itself, but the fucking networks will probably be happy to get the exposure too.
Yeah. So I don't get why they wouldn't. Now another Jen Rosen brought up an interesting point because she commented about it. And I was kind of talking to her about it on YouTube, and I was like, she mentioned that she doesn't have, because I asked her if she's going to watch. She's like, I don't have cable, so I'm going to have to count on you guys for the reviews and updates. I'm like, well, you can count on us, but I don't have cable either. So I mean, selfishly, how am I going to watch the show if I just don't get cable? You think they're going to have like some sort of alternate option for streaming, some other place to put their content? Because I want to watch it live.
You could probably get Sling TV. A lot of people are switching to Sling TV.
Okay, so there's other ways I can do it that won't be super expensive, like low monthly fees.
Yeah, just wait till you figure out we figure out what network it's on, and I'm sure we can figure out an option for you here.
Thank you.
Yeah. We'll help you, Dave. We'll help
I need help.
Yeah, meanwhile, I could just easily go over to my parents and watch.
Yeah, fuck you. I don't have parents. I was born of a tube. So with all these, whenever this first came out, even when we did our first podcast, like in my mind, I'm thinking about AEW. I'm thinking about ROH level a little bigger. I started reading these articles about like them getting people like trying to get people like Goldberg and these big legends getting a fucking TNT or TBS deal, and like AEW within like a week, less than a week, is turning into something way bigger than I imagined it was going to be.
Yeah.
I wasn't picturing this being like to a WCW level, but like it's clearly looking to be that big of a deal. Like, it's just crazy, man. Like, I wasn't envisioning this when I first heard about it, and even whenever they first announced it on Being the Elite, is it being something this fucking big. But, man, like, it's looking to be like something so fucking big.
Yeah, just keep Vince Russo away and we'll be good.
Vince Russo is the devil. He's the devil.
Isn't he the one who did that flagpole? It came with that flagpole idea? Climbing up the flagpole?
He did a Buff Bagwell's mom on a forklift match one time.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
This is dumb.
Yeah. Let's go over a few other things, and then we'll wrap up with any other thoughts we have. These are just some other bits of news. Juice Robinson re-signed with New Japan for a 3-year deal.
Yeah, we kind of had to figure that was coming. We should figure that was coming once the Cody match got booked.
Yeah.
Because as soon as we see Cody, because we know Cody's leaving, whoever Cody's going up against, he's dropping the title to. It's Juice. If Juice gets the title, that means he's not going anywhere. So you could have assumed he was going to re-sign from there.
Now I guess the little bit of interesting tidbit out of that, the 3-year deal, is the fact that New Japan has always signed 1-year deals with everyone. So it looks like as of now they're going to start signing multi-year deals, which is smart to kind of keep these people here longer. Because it looks like
work them to be bigger talent.
Yeah, well, and it just looks like it's going to be harder to keep people with AEW coming and just other people trying to get talent. Kushida is leaving New Japan the end of the month, January 31st. Not sure where he is going, but it said it would be outside of Japan and overseas.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought this up because, dude, a week ago I heard that when we heard this initially, I'm like, he's gonna get a WWE. That's all there is to it. And now that there's like all these legitimate things going on with AEW, it's like, well, maybe he could go to AEW. Who the fuck knows at this point?
I hope, but Meltzer was saying that apparently he is going to WWE.
Why?
This is just Meltzer, and
It's Meltzer though. Meltzer could just say that to fucking swerve us because he's good. He's good with the Bucks.
Yeah. Meltzer was talking about how I'm not getting into it. It's going to take too long. Chase Owens signed. This was a 1-year deal though, but Chase Owens re-signed with New Japan.
Yeah,
cool.
I theorized that that's why we didn't see anything going on with Chase or Yujiro because New Japan didn't know what was truly going on with him yet.
Seemed logical to me. Why book an angle if he's not going to be there for it?
Yeah.
Rocky Romero signed a multi-year deal with New Japan, so he is staying for a while. Kelly Klein has re-signed with Ring of Honor, so she's going to be there much longer, which makes sense.
I like Kelly Klein. She just won the title. I think she fits well in Ring of Honor.
Agreed.
I think if she was to move to AEW with all these top people they're signing, I think she might get lost in the group.
I don't think AEW would do that.
Well, I'm not saying that like she. I mean, look at it this way. I'm not saying she'd get completely like they're not going to bury her, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying like. She just won the title. Why, if they keep her as a top chick, I mean, why would she go anywhere?
Build her more.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, a lot of these people, because Meltzer was talking about, well, our next 5 minutes are wrapping this up. Any random thoughts we have?
Yeah.
This all our notes, but some of them they were saying stuff like a lot of people, what they might do is kind of wait, like. Give it a year, see what happens with AEW, wait for it to start up, see how it's doing, and then maybe decide to go there. Someone like Kelly Klein, it's smart to just stay in ROH another year. You're getting a big push in the women's division.
Get a better contract next year.
Yeah, exactly. See how they do, and then your stock is even higher now.
It's like going to college for another year.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how that works.
I don't think it does. I think you just did that more.
Staying for your master's degree or something.
I think you end up with paying $1,000 a month in bills, probably.
Dude.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, dude.
I can't imagine.
My student loan's $8 a month. like, it's very different.
You're like, I got to pay my student loans. Let me get some change.
Yeah.
Some people got to take out a loan to pay their student loans.
Hey, $8. Oh, I'm good for student loans this week.
Yeah. You got any other thoughts on AEW? We covered a lot.
Dude, another one of those people who I was like, yeah, they're probably going to go to WWE is Madison Rayne. But, I mean, I could see her being a top person in AEW.
Too. And I could see her being a top person and eventually just being a producer. Producing.
Really?
Yeah, she's been wrestling a long time.
Really? Okay.
So, Jen Rosen was talking about she'd like to see Cesaro go to AEW. I was like, fuck, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
That's an awesome pick. I would be all for fucking Cesaro going. Cesaro is the definition of under fucking utilized.
We can get rid of the bar, right?
If I want Sheamus to die, I'll go to AEW.
I don't want him to die. I just don't want to watch him wrestle.
Yeah, if he dies,
at least it's the bar. I don't really care. I've never seen him. I've never seen him wrestle as a. Singles.
I have disliked him. I've always disliked him.
Really?
Yeah, I've never been a fan of Sheamus.
I didn't like the bar. Dude, I felt like I should like the bar too because they always do that fucking Dragon Ball Z shit.
Maybe that's because you are the bar.
Bar. Do you have any other predictions of who might be signing?
Who might be signing?
We mentioned already. I think the Revival is going to end up going. I think Zack Ryder might end up going.
I could see that.
That dude, didn't he say that they're? You may have read it, and I just zoned out on this part trying to formulate a thought because I'm an idiot. But
no.
Didn't he say there'd be is a top level guy who is looking, who wasn't?
Yeah, he did.
Who was looking into it?
He said a main eventer.
There's a few mid carders and then a main eventer who's looking into it. Dude, how cool would it be if once AEW starts, things go as they go and whatnot, and then just week three or four, AJ, Gallows and Anderson show up and just start heel ass Bullet Club and everything.
They can't do Bullet Club though.
Well,
I didn't think of that. I just thought it was because New Japan owns Bullet Club, huh?
The club? What if they just say the club?
But dude, if they end up working with New Japan, Bullet Club was in ROH.
Yeah.
They could do Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Dude, they could do Bullet Club there.
Have 2 different regions for the Bullet
They
Club.
could get people like, we could see Balor and AJ in the Bullet Club
Dude,
again.
they could do the Bullet Club there. It would only make more publicity for New Japan, and they would sell more shirts, and all that money goes to New Japan.
Yep.
Like, who the fuck cares? Like, I'm sure AEW wouldn't care if none of the merch money was going there, because they're already making enough. They'd be making enough money.
They just want to be able to have the people.
Dude, all they care about is the wrestling. Good wrestling.
I do not get why people. I don't get why they wouldn't work together. All of them. I don't get it. I get where New Japan's coming from. New Japan's only issue and holdup with working with AEW is that they couldn't work with ROH as well. I feel they want to work with both of them.
Yeah.
The only hang up here is ROH, and I don't get it. Who knows if that's even really a hang up though? This could all just be bullshit.
Like I said, Tinfoil Gable had some ideas.
You're smart.
Yeah, like here's this guy talking about like, oh, well, New Japan has to make sure they get Okada unlocked because if they lose Okada, they're fucked or something. And I'm like, yeah, except they wouldn't be because it's all fucking work, man. It's a fugazi. It's a fugazi. It's a
fugazi.
It's a fugazi. It's fairy dust.
I like fairy dust. That's it. We're done.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone.
Whoa. What are we even doing next, dude?
Double or Nothing.
Is it the New Beginning? Is that what's next?
Yeah, New Beginning's next.
Is there an ROH show?
I don't know what the date of that is. I don't know if that's next or not.
Shit. Yeah, we'll be doing something eventually.
It's like Trial by Dishonor or something weird like
Jen
that.
Rosen had a lot to say about Wrestle Kingdom. We'll go over some of that on the next New Japan one.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
All
right, thanks for listening. Follow us on Twitter at BreakroomBS1. Subscribe on YouTube, BreakroomBS. Our Instagram is popping. Dude, your fucking picture you made?
Yeah.
That was all Gable.
Yeah.
That fucking picture of all the guys from AEW. Why are you laughing? That's impressive.
The original image for that logo, the 8-bit style logo, that can be found on Squared Circle, the Squared Circle subreddit. I did not make that. Some guy made that. It's a real cool fucking wallpaper.
All the wrestler pictures are from your private porn
If
collection.
if you're a fan of video games and you're an AEW, I just registered what you said. If you're a fan of video games and you're excited about AEW and you need a new wallpaper for your phone, look on Squared Circle for that AEW wallpaper. I did not get the guy's name, but if I find it, I'll shout it out on the New Japan show next time.
Do it. Yeah, so follow us on Instagram at Breakroom BS. Gable's posting like crazy, posting some cool stuff, and all the new signings are on there.
I got all those ones as they were happening. Like, dude, we were watching that fucking rally on your
live.
phone, and Dave's like just watching it. He's paying attention. But I'm on Google here. And I'm getting like those PNG fucking images.
You're
of different
searching
wrestlers.
like MJF nude, like all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and I'm posting shit immediately. Yeah, so as soon as I see wrestlers get signed, they instantly go up on Instagram.
Gable's
follow us on there.
Gable's nailing it.
All right, thanks for listening, guys.
Bye.